Warning, this review contains spoilers to the movie The Last Airbender, and if you've seen the series, it's pretty much already spoiled for you. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, YouTube. This is Mateo360, and I want to talk about The Last Airbender. I went to see it, and quite honestly, I liked it. Yeah, I know that it's been getting a lot of negative reviews and stuff, but I honestly liked it. I honestly believe that maybe the reviewers are expecting too much from trying to stuff 10 hours of show into hour and a half, hour 45 minutes of movie. I knew going in that a lot of stuff was going to be cut, and quite honestly, I don't mind what was cut. There were a few things that I wish were still there, but yeah, it's so short for the amount of the. Let me try that again. The amount that they had to work with, I think they used well. Although there are things I do want to nitpick. Like, how do you screw up the pronunciation of an Americanized name? It is Aang, not Ong. Seriously, how do you screw that up? And half of the people would say Avatar, they'd go, oh, what was it? Avatar. Like Avatar. How do you screw that up? Could they not say Avatar in fear of retribution from James Cameron? It was Avatar when it started, it was Avatar when it ended, it was Avatar long before James Cameron associated it with blue computer animal things. I will refer to it as Avatar. Every time I talk about the movie, I will call it Avatar. I will not refer to it as The Last Airbender, because the full title of the show was Avatar The Last Airbender. Until James Cameron came in and screwed up our naming for it. Thank you, James Cameron. Anyway, well, the beginning to me felt a little rushed, like they were just hurrying to introduce Aang. It's like, oh hey, there's Katara waterbending. Oh hey, look, there's something under the ice. Oh hey, there's Aang. That's like the first 5 minutes. Although I will admit they did do a good job with the opening emulating the four element benders from the cartoon opening. Granted, the bending moves are just a little bit showy. But yeah, they introduce it. Things just kind of rush through the Southern Water Nation. Then they move on to the Earth Kingdom, where things were a little rushed there too. Quite honestly, they started rebellion and that's it. I really wish they had gone to Bong Sing Se and talked to Boomy, but not really essential to the plot. So yeah, that was cut. Jet and his companions were there. I could definitely see that being cut. Not really important to the story, overall story, from 1 to 3. Yeah, I believe the stuff that they cut didn't really affect how the series ended all that much. Like, Northern Air Temple, the blah, 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 inventor and his son, that was cut too. All that was at the Northern Air Temple was a person in poverty who sold out the Avatar. That's it. Spirit World, they say they did a fairly good job representing that. No Avatar Ryoku, though, but he still shows up in the movie in the form of a statue. But they moved the Hall of Statues from the Southern Air Temple to the Northern Air Temple. And, still, overall, I think they did a good job with it. I hope that they do a better job with books 2 and 3 if and when those come out. But overall, I really didn't notice a lot of things people were saying. Like, the only name discrepancies I heard were Ong, Aang, and Avatar and Avatar. Other than that, I really didn't notice any difference between the names. Oh yeah, the dude in the Earth Nation that they help out. Forgive me if I don't name specific people because it's been a while since I actually saw the show, but I do have a good idea of what was generally cut. Oh, another thing, they seem to have done a siege on the Fire Nation did a siege on the Great Library, so I doubt we'll see that in book two, which means they're probably also going to cut the whole Appa is missing thing from the second one, but I could definitely see that being missing. It's not really that essential. There wasn't a whole lot of character development, quite honestly. The only one who really got character development was Aang, but again, it's an hour and a half movie. You don't really have the luxury to like dive into everyone's backstories or add in all 10 hours of the cartoon season 1 in. So, well, character development was sacrificed for story, but they stayed pretty much true to book 1, from southern to northern water tribe, and with several stops in the Earth Nation along the way. Granted, they didn't really show them, and there were no Kyoshi, female warriors, whatever they were. We did get to see the Earth Avatar incarnation, though, that were associated with them in the first town that they visited, so that was still there. Yeah, just small little things. I honestly believe people were expecting too much for an hour and a half, or for 10 hours being stuffed into an hour and a half. I believe that overall they stuffed like 3 hours of the show into the whole thing. Maybe 4. But yeah. And it looks like they did leave it sort of at a cliffhanger where Fire Lord Ozu's talking to his daughter about Sozin's comet and how she is going to start going after the Avatar, which leads into book 2, which honestly, as long as I don't cut Toph, I'll probably be happy with it. But yeah. So overall, I believe it was a good movie, but oh yeah, before anyone gets on me about race bending, I honestly don't care. I know people are going to not really like hearing that, but I don't care. It's a movie. I don't go to movies to see political correctness. I go to them to be entertained. I was entertained. I was not bored 1 minute the movie was playing. So, yeah, if you guys believe in it and you support it, more power to you. I just honestly don't really care about it. And quite honestly, the only people I notice who were really white in the sense people are pointing out were the 3 characters. Everyone else had some Asian or Inuit or whatever heritage. I really only noticed the 3 main characters. That's it. And the people who support that, you have to also remember that a lot of things go into a casting decision, not just color of skin and how it relates to the character. So, again, I thought it was a good movie, and I would recommend seeing it if you're a fan of this series. Just, hey, it's Avatar, and I don't mean the blue things. So, yeah, that's what I think about Last Airbender.